My name is Zach with the Movie Castle, and today I'm going to be covering Galaxy's Edge. So I've actually just been on a little business trip, and while I was there, I was staying with family who live in Orlando, and they said that they had a pass and that they could get me into Galaxy's Edge, and I decided, yeah, I want to go and see it. So a few things. One, this is in November 2019, so if the park changes after November 2019, that's why it's different. It's because this video is recorded back then. Secondly, being November, it gets dark way too early, so unfortunately a lot of my footage is in the dark. I'm gonna just give it to my editor and see what he can make of it. Hopefully we get a good video. And third, this is more about just my experience going there and what I thought of it. Just it's about my visit. I don't want to be like saying this is the complete guide to Galaxy's Edge and this is everything about it. This is just what I thought when I saw it. How's it going, guys? I'm at Disney World right now. Look at that. I'm going to be going to Galaxy's Edge.
They'll wander through the park.
Friend. My friend. Gong. Gong. The obelisk. These are like tiny speeders. Like, that's my hand. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's my hand. Oh my. What are you? Oh, wow. That's its face. That's its face. It's got like a turtle. Whoa. Hey.
Wake up.
Wait.
Hey. You've been asleep for long enough.
Oh, this is, it's Garfield.
Yeah, this is me in the morning. I don't wake up.
It's Garfield in the Star Wars universe. Shared universe confirmed. Oh, hey! Hey!
Just that was now. Kayla asked us if we're ready.
To the standby. Over by the little...
Hondo Onaka, and this is a Naga Transport Solutions. Today, I am offering the opportunity of a lifetime. I need flight crews.
Careful on those smuggling panels.
You will be intercepting a first-order train shipment of coaxium. Gunners, you clear the path. Pilots, line up behind the train. And engineers, you harpoon that precious cargo.
Okay.
And you'll see Ruth's little blind blaster pack and stuff.
How does the Imperial gift shop? Star Wars costumes. Nice helmets, but they're only half. Mug for $22.99 a mug. All the action figures. Do. Battle droids. What's that? I had the toy for that one in the back, I think. Cool. Oh, that's cool.
Let's scrap out. At least I'm doing my job. Yes, I am.
They got a Mickey Mouse button. Got a Mickey Mouse button, and these are $20. Alright, so we're back. I guess I'll give my opinions first starting with the Falcon ride. The Falcon ride is cool as like a ride simulator to sit in the cockpit of the Falcon and watch it fly around, especially when it goes through hyperspace. It's something all of us Star Wars fans have wanted, and it's really fun in that way. But man, as a game, they simplified the controls of the Falcon, but also made it really hard. It's this weird mesh of both way too simple and way too hard. So you get 6 seats, 2 pilots, 2 gunners, 2 engineers. The pilots, the driver's side has the left-right, the passenger side has the up-down. And by the way, if you want to pull the lever to go to light speed, passenger side. But anyway, it's super hard to pilot that way, even though it's just up, down, left, right. When you divide it amongst 2 people, it's really hard. Plus, it's not super clear where you're going. There's a ton of ships flying through space, and you're not sure what you're supposed to follow or where you're supposed to go. You could think you're about to head one way, and then you head the other, and you're like, oh, I was preparing to go up, but I needed to go down. And I'm pretty sure because I had the passengers, I did up, down, I'm pretty sure it was inverted. Actually, they hand you some cards. Read the cards with the instructions, even though you're like, I know what up, down is. And just read them to be sure. But anyway, it's really hard to pilot like this. And yeah, we crashed into about everything. We only got it 28%, and Hondo, the guy, I think he's from the animated series, Hondo like read a big list of everything we did wrong. Yeah, it's super hard to pilot. We did this ride twice, and I was the gunner the next time. And the gunner, you pretty much are pushing one button. There's other buttons that you have to push sometimes, but it's pretty much just one button. And you don't have to keep mashing it, you can just hold it down. However, it's your score percentage, your accuracy percentage. If you just hold it down, your accuracy is going to go pretty low, even though you'll probably hit everything you need to. The Thing is, though, you have no control over your aim. The pilots control where the ship's pointing, and in turn your aim, and that makes it really hard to actually be a good gunner unless you have a really good pilot. Also, surprisingly, the ship shakes around, and you're pushing hard plastic buttons, and you push the button down, and you're just holding it down, because I didn't know accuracy percentage, and you're just holding it down, and then the ship jerks left and right, and you actually are slamming your hand into the wall, and, you know, your finger, like, hits all the other really hard plastic buttons, and I'm like, gee, this is Disney, and this is 2019. You would have expected everything to be foam. But yeah, you're holding down this button, and you're being jerked around, and it's pretty much, if you're not the pilot, and I never played the engineer, but from what I gathered, this too, you're just basically pushing buttons, you know, that glow. And that's actually a big problem with this game, is you want to look out the window and see what's going on, because you're in the Falcon. It's a cool Falcon simulator, but unless you look down at your controls, you don't know what you're supposed to do. And like, when I was a pilot, apparently there were a bunch of hints down below. You know, I noticed that things would light up, and that's all true with all the positions. But apparently there's a computer screen that was supposed to help you there too. But you don't want to look down. You're looking up through the window, and in turn you're missing all this stuff. And yeah, I don't know what to do about it. It's like the first time they're going to hyperspeed, I'm looking out the window, I'm like, ooh, and the lever to the hyperspeed has a green light around it, and people are like, pull the lever, pull the lever. I'm like, ah, and grab the lever really quick. Because yeah, you're not looking down, you're looking up, and that's just a weird design thing. I have a feeling if I was more of a gamer, I'd probably be a lot better at this. In fact, during my second run, we had the little kids from my family drive it, and they got a 29%, and they did not get near as big a lecture from Hondo. And I'm like, okay, so I'm such a poor gamer, I do about as well as the little kids, actually a little worse. But overall, it's fun as a Ride VR experience. There's also Star Tours there, and Star Tours you just sit in your seat and 3PO drives. And I kind of wondered, man, maybe it should have just been a ride simulator where you sit in it like that, because the controls are just, yeah, you don't see them, or it's either way too clear or it's unclear, and you crash your ship the whole time. And granted, when you come out, it's designed to look like it's the same part that you came in through, but it's a different hallway, and this time it's all wrecked, so it's kind of the gag that you're a bad pilot. But that being said, very hard to pilot, and the rest is just a Simon game. But overall, cool to sit in the Falcon. You know, it's something you want to do regardless of the interface. You just want to fly the Falcon. So, you know, that's a good thing. The rest of Galaxy's Edge is a lot of restaurants and shops, a whole bunch of shops. You have a droid factory for $150. You can make a droid about this tall, and you can mash, you know, BB-8 and R2 parts, and you can even buy it a little serving tray, and you can buy stickers for it. And I mean, that's cool, but I have to be responsible with my money. Lots of cool merchandise around. I didn't really buy too much, because again, you're paying Disney World prices. Theme park prices are usually higher, but especially Disney World prices. Did pick me up this guy, but that's it. They were cool. It wasn't Tatooine, and that's really where the problem was. Is it should have just been Tatooine. It was some other planet, and it did feel Star Warsy enough, but it's like no original trilogy things. It was all sequel movies. You gotta see Kylo Ren's ship, and you gotta see Kylo Ren's ship, and you gotta see the X-Wing from Episode 7. And there was cool stuff and the cool architecture, but yeah, I mean, I would love to have seen stuff from the original movies, and especially actually go to Tatooine, but no, you're on some random original planet. But yeah, it is primarily sequel driven, and I mean the sequels are okay, but I would have much rather seen the original trilogy stuff. But overall it's fine. It's just the one ride is the Falcon ride. I know they're gonna add another, and you do have Star Tours, although it's technically not in Galaxy's Edge, which I did go to once. A lot of prequel stuff in that. So you got Star Tours, you got the Falcon ride, but the thing is, it's not too much there. So there's a lot of shops there, with lots of Star Wars merchandise, and it's really high priced. But I can get Star Wars merchandise in a lot of places. There's a custom lightsaber building, which I saw next to Star Tours. Overall, there's cool Star Wars stuff there if you're a fan, but I don't think it's enough if you were only a Star Wars fan and had no other interest in the rest of Disney World. It's not going to be enough to get you down there, So if you're going to Disney and you're a Star Wars fan, check it out, but I wouldn't recommend flying or driving all the way to Florida just to see Galaxy's Edge, or at least not yet. Hopefully they'll put in one or two other rides, and hopefully they'll be really great. There was, during the Falcon ride, an asteroid belt chase scene, and the people who I was staying with, my family, said that they hadn't seen that part before, so hopefully they are changing it and making it better. But yeah, it's good, but there's not a whole bunch of stuff, so it's fine. It's just there's obvious problems that needs to be addressed, and I feel like Galaxy's Edge could be a really cool thing with a few tweaks, make the Falcon clearer, somehow figure out that interface, and get some testers in there, and just more original trilogy stuff, and finish opening up those rides, because you're lacking content. You really need more rides. But anyway, it was fun. I was glad I got to go. It's just a really early open park, and there needs to be more to it. Anyway, I'll have my next two videos are me when I'm out and about, so recorded prior to this one, so I'll be in hotel rooms for the next two videos. Anyway, I hope you all have a good day. I'll see you in the next videos, hopefully. Anyway, have a good day.